with the latest news now. This is the NewsFeed.
For 60 years at Tarrant County College, when we lift each other, our entire community soars.
Decades of impact, students and faculty are also navigating new challenges this semester. Welcome back into the Newsfeed. I'm Nathan Vasquez.
And I'm Damari Williams. TCC celebrates our 60th anniversary as enrollment at higher learning institutions surges across North Texas. Just look at the numbers.
UT Arlington leads the way with more than 41,000 students, followed by Texas Wesleyan, UNT Health Fort Worth with about 2,300. Tarleton State's Fort Worth campus also around 2,300. Texas A&M is expanding its downtown Fort Worth campus, making higher education a big driver in our community.
At the heart of that growth is Tarrant County College, one of the largest community colleges in the country. With 45,000 students enrolled this fall, Chancellor Elva LeBlanc says the goal is simple: prepare students for whatever comes next.
Fall 2025 is not just another semester. It is our springboard to bold steps, better futures. To our faculty and staff, you are TCC's heartbeat.
As TCC kicks off our 60th year, not everything is running smoothly. At the Northeast campus, construction delays are creating headaches for students and faculty. Classrooms are crowded with equipment, labs are shut down, and teachers are having to scramble to rework assignments. Some say they may even end up teaching in hallways just to make it work. Ash Petrie from our news partners at the Collegian takes a closer look at how these delays are impacting the start of the semester.
Northeast Campus has been under construction since the beginning of June, and as the start of the fall semester inches closer, many are concerned about the project's completion.
Sometimes it's really noisy here, so I would have to go to a different place, a different office, or decide to take the day off and work the next day. The classrooms, they are fine. They were renovated a couple years ago, but because of the lab space constructions, that a lot of the equipment are piled in the classrooms. Since the classrooms are not being renovated for photography, but for graphic design, they are. For photography specifically, we will stay in the classroom, but all the stuff in the classroom, that would be a logistic issue as to where to store them, and we won't have access to the lab spaces. I have to go through the art building, the music building, and then the art building, and then come around to the photo building. We have to change all of our curriculums around just to work around the construction, because some of the projects that we originally designed, we would need access to the darkroom, for example, or the digital print lab. But because of the construction, we've changed the timeline of those curriculum.
After speaking with construction workers, everything on the campus should be finished prior to August 25th, except for the in-cab building.
We have 4 campuses that we are working on renovations for. Our project is almost done while school is coming out and starting. All of that's happening, so we don't really have much that's in the way of things. We are doing the flooring on this room, which has us getting all the stuff out of there. So there's stuff in the hall for now, but that should be cleared up by next week.
Due to the building's incompletions, student schedules inside the building will be affected.
While we still manage to park in our usual area out front, I do have to take a different way up to get to NSTU since they've closed off a good part of the art building. Just have to get used to taking a new path. I am concerned about where I'll be going this following semester and what it'll look like, how much time will I have to allow myself to get there.
We're working around it, and overall, I'm very optimistic about the construction. I look forward to having new furniture, to having a better designed space. So we're happy to accommodate.
To keep up with this story and any updates, visit our website at thecollegian.tccd.edu. Ash Petrie, The Collegian.
Students who rely on TCC's device loan program will now face new rules. To check out a computer, they must prove financial need and can only keep it for 2 weeks. Last year, more than 3,000 devices were part of the program, with nearly 70% loaned out. Candy Center Dean of Learning Commons says the team is looking at financial need. If a student does not have financial need, then they wouldn't be eligible. Students must now apply through the Student Empowerment Center to get a device.
A new business lecture series at Tarrant County College Northeast is bringing together experts from TCC, UT Arlington, and the financial sector. The series is free and open to the public, covering topics like personal finance, the U.S. economy, entrepreneurship, and how to build your personal brand. Program coordinator Sam Govia says TCC's programs and partnerships help people thrive during tough economic times.
Tarrant County College is now operating under a new $415 million budget. Trustees approved it last month with no increase to the local tax rate. Cleanup is underway after a Union Pacific train derailed in Fort Worth Sunday morning. 9 cars jumped the tracks, 2 leaking carbon dioxide. A shelter in place was issued but later lifted. No one was hurt, and firefighters say the public was never in danger.
A North Texas woman is in serious condition after a tree came crashing down on her SUV in a North Dallas neighborhood. Urban search and rescue crews had to pull her out before she was rushed to the hospital.
As students struggle with teacher burnout and staffing shortages, some educators are leaving the classrooms. But 2 North Texas students, just 11 and 19 years old, may have a solution. They've launched an AI company, and you can soon see it in a school near you. Nicole Nelson has a story and a first look at how AI could change education.
Remember to raise your hand if you want to speak.
As a teacher, sometimes you just need a second hand.
Now, let's kick things off with an interesting question.
Or in this case, another brain.
They're overworked, they're stressed, and we demand so much from them.
For 19-year-old Janak Panchal and 11-year-old Vishan Dutia, that idea turned into an artificial intelligence company.
On average, teachers will spend about 10 hours a week just putting on YouTube videos or some sort of multimedia content, and then that's if they're actually present in the classroom.
They both attended the Humanist Academy in Irving, a micro school known for experiential learning, which brought them together on multiple projects. They soon realized they made a good team, and AI was their playground.
Every time I see a problem, it's a puzzle, and I feel like I can fix it with technology.
They found their problem: overworked and overstimulated teachers. Their solution: Co-Guide's Smart Classroom, an assistant that's designed to help teachers, not replace them.
What do you think is the biggest difference between DNA and RNA?
The device sits at the front of the classroom and is privacy first, using a webcam to map students with simple geometric shapes. No faces, no recordings. Teachers can type in any topic of discussion into the program on their computer, and AI can lead them, call on specific students, and provide real-time feedback to teachers about who is engaged, all while they can take some time to grade, lesson plan, and more.
Teacher is still the brain behind it. This is only executing it.
Right now, the device is being tested at the Humanist Academy, saving teachers an average of 10 hours a week and offering lessons in 32 different languages, giving us a look at what the future of AI in the classroom could really look like.
There's a lot on their plate, right? And just taking one extra thing off could really help inspire the next generation better.
An investigation is underway in Crowley. After a photo circled on social media, it shows students sitting on the floor of a school bus, something that's actually against Texas law. Marvin Hurst spoke with one of the students and has the story on what really happened.
There's been a lot of talk about what happened on a school bus in Crowley. Michaela Lyons, who would only speak with us over the phone, says the bus in question came to their neighborhood Wednesday morning to pick up her son en route to school.
And my son called me, and he's like, I seen him, like, just his face, and then he's like, Mom, you gotta call and figure something out because we're sitting on the floor. We're on, like, a bus with no seats.
Before lunchtime, what her 9th grader described became a hot topic on a community Facebook page about Crowley ISD, so we're not identifying her son because of his age. But he says this was not their normal bus, and it was full.
I seen people sitting in the back, or the people that got on the bus before me. I saw them sitting down. I'm like, where's the rest of the seats? And I saw the ramp, and I'm just like, so we got to sit down on the floor?
He says 4 students sat on the bus's floor.
Did they instruct you all to sit on the floor, or was it your choice?
There really wasn't any other seats. The only open seat, it was like a big puddle of water there, so nobody really wanted to sit there.
According to Crowley ISD, they have not received any formal complaints from parents. As a matter of fact, they tell me that they found out about this on social media, and that's where parents continue to burn this issue up, saying that the school system lacked communication in this situation, and that this is an incident that's against Texas state law. Crowley ISD says it's aware of a social media post showing students sitting on the floor of a school bus, even though the 28-passenger bus had only 16 students on board with seats available. The system says students are not permitted to sit on the floor. This situation should have been addressed immediately, and they have met with the driver and monitored directly. But is that enough for the parents whose children are on the very vehicle where the rubber meets the road?
So I was a little bit disappointed in Crowley ISD. I would say that.
In Crowley, Marvin Hurst, CBS News, Texas.
When we come back, McDonald's and Pizza Hut are serving up new deals that could save you a few bucks.
And in Consumer Watch, look at how this summer's weather could change the fall colors you see.
Who is Tarrant County College? We are ambitious and full. Very fabric of Tarrant County. We partner with employers so graduates step into waiting careers. We're changing the game, trailblazing a path forward, uplifting North Texas. We are TCC. Bold steps, better futures.
Ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
If you get a phone call, do not talk to the person.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They want to get your number to put in a false claim.
Just hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it. Call the Senior Medicare Patrol.
If you suspect Medicare fraud, contact the Senior Medicare Patrol in your state.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
A federal judge handed Google a big win Tuesday, ruling the company won't have to sell off its Chrome browser or Android operating system. The decision avoids what many saw as the worst-case scenario. In a landmark antitrust case that found Google operated an illegal online search monopoly, but the ruling does come with limits. Google is now barred from striking or maintaining exclusive contracts that promote its services, including Chrome, Google Search, Google Assistant, and its Gemini app. The case was closely watched across Silicon Valley with other tech giants, facing similar antitrust challenges from the U.S. government.
McDonald's says it's heard the complaints. Fast food costs too much. The chain is cutting prices on its most popular combos, making them 15% cheaper than buying items separately. New deals include a $5 breakfast and an $8 Big Mac and McNugget special. The new lower prices roll out next month.
Pizza Hut is serving up a new deal to win back lunch and afternoon customers. The chain is offering a personal pan pizza for just $5, but only before 5 p.m. It's a thinner, crispier take on their original with 5 topping options. The limited offer comes as Pizza Hut tries to turn around sliding sales.
Here's some bad news if you're hunting for a job. New data out Wednesday shows the labor market is slowing. more than economists expected. At the end of July, available jobs dropped to about 7.18 million, down 180,000 from June. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, economists had only expected a small dip. Right now, open jobs are at the lowest level since September of last year. Labor Day may be behind us. That means saying goodbye to summer and hello to fall. Time for sweaters, pumpkin spice, and those beautiful autumn colors. But this year's extreme heat and heavy rain could change the leaves you see. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan shows us what to expect and the best places to catch the fall foliage.
The end of summer means the vibrant green leaves will soon transition to the warm hues of orange, yellow, and red, turning mountain ranges into mosaics of fall colors.
It's a really great opportunity to just get yourself outdoors, look at something beautiful.
Brett Keller is the CEO of Priceline. The travel site recently came out with a list of the best places for leaf peeping this year, and clocking in at number 1 was the Hudson Valley region in New York.
We typically look at accommodation trends, and we also are able to understand how far away those consumers are from those accommodations.
These radiant colors generate a lot of green for local economies. In Vermont alone, the state estimates the fall foliage brings in around $1 billion in visitor spending.
It is a major driver of our tourism industry.
William Keaton is a professor at the University of Vermont. He says there are a variety of factors as to why some areas experience more vibrant colors than other regions. One being the vast contrast between temperatures during the day and at night, the variety of tree species, and the landscape.
Fall foliage is a delicate dance between a number of things, and climate is one of the most important.
This summer brought intense heat and excessive rainfall to parts of the country. Keaton says those extreme weather patterns impact how vibrant the colors will be and when the leaves will begin to change.
These kinds of extremes create stresses in trees. They begin to brown up and drop their leaves sooner than they otherwise would.
Keaton says climate change could also cause the fall foliage season to shorten over time. If you do want to carve out time to see the fall colors, they typically peak in the beginning of October in the Northeast. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
A high-speed police chase ends in the most unexpected way. Stick around to see the dramatic ending coming up in today's Take a Look at This.
Plenty of sunshine out there today, but don't get too comfortable. Rain is on the way. Caleb Gilbert is in the storm team forecast center with how much we could see heading into the weekend.
The national parks, but you may not know that they're supported by a strong foundation, a foundation for the future. We are the National Park Foundation, and together with your support, we are building a bold future where national parks are vibrant, protected, and welcoming. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation. Jason, let's go see your room.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
From the NewsFeed's Forecast Center, this is your Storm Team Forecast.
Welcome back to the Newsfeed. I'm Caleb Gilbreth in the Storm Team Forecast Center. A beautiful sunny day Friday afternoon out there. Let's take a live look from our tower cam in downtown Fort Worth. Currently, we're sitting at 87 degrees with a breeze out of the south at about 13 miles per hour. We'll top out near the upper 90s later today. Now, changes are coming as we head into the weekend. Saturday brings a change for isolated thunderstorms, then more widespread storms on Sunday, along with some cooler temperatures. Our storm team radar is clear now before the storms will roll in later. Looking ahead to the 7-day outlook, we'll keep some storms around Monday, but by midweek, we dry out and warm back into the upper 80s and low 90s with more sunshine. That's your storm team forecast.
Thank you, Caleb. Terrifying moments at Pennsylvania theme park, but thankfully it had a happy ending. When one man followed his dad instincts, Jeremy Roth has the story in today's. Take a look at this.
Watch an amusement park visitor's so-called dad instincts kick in as he rescues a child seen stranded on an elevated monorail track. The dramatic moments unfolded at Hershey Park, an eastern Pennsylvania theme park. Video shows onlookers in a panic as the young boy is seen walking along alone on an elevated monorail track. As the witnesses shout commands at him, the child appears confused. That's when park visitor John Sampson says he went into dad mode.
Kind of like the dad instincts kicked in, and then it was just trying to figure things out and how to get up there as fast as possible.
Sampson was able to safely collect the child and bring him back down. WGAL reports the park said the boy had become separated from his parents shortly before he was spotted on the track, which thankfully wasn't operating at the time. Watch another tense situation get brought to a very swift end by a grippy law enforcement gizmo called the Grappler. Video shared by Michigan's Livonia PD shows an allegedly stolen vehicle having its rear wheel essentially lassoed, allowing authorities to slow it to a stop. According to WXYZ, its inventor says the so-called Grappler device is deployed from the front bumper, firing a high-strength net around the fleeing vehicle's wheel, tethering it to the pursuing vehicle.
Once it's engaged, typically within a few seconds, the pursuit is over.
And while the Michigan pursuit did end, the show did not. As the suspect vehicle continued to attempt to flee, its grappled axle was ripped right off the back of the car, which apparently was a first for the device's inventor.
I've never seen an axle ripped out of a vehicle.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Dallas fans, this one hits close to home. A Cowboys star just made a surprise move to Green Bay. What this means for Dallas and for Micah Parsons himself.
Plus, one of the biggest names in women's basketball just dropped some tough news, and it's going to change the rest of the season. Kaylin Stecker is next with sports. Welcome to the Vasquez Voice, where we bring you the news that's, well, making you late for class. And it comes right here on campus, where the scenic route to the Student Union has officially been replaced by the Scenic Detour. That's right. The main sidewalk, the veritable agora of this institution, has been cordoned off. Now you might be asking yourself, why now? Why not over the summer when the campus was a ghost town, a barren wasteland of empty lecture halls? And that, my friends, is a question that suggests you haven't been paying attention to how things work around here. This isn't just about a poorly timed construction project. This is about commitment. This is about the university saying, we see your summer plans, and we're going to put a giant orange cone right in the middle of it. They could have done this when we're all at home, watching Netflix and partying. But no, they waited for the grand reopening, for the day when we all come back just to unveil their masterpiece of inconvenience. And for whom is this masterpiece truly an obstacle course? The able-bodied among us can just add a few more steps to our daily fitness trackers, but what about the people who rely on that smooth, direct path? What about those with mobility challenges? This isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a major barrier. It's the universe's way of telling them, welcome back, now take the scenic route, with a 20-pound backpack uphill both ways. Apparently a deadline of 3 months from now, when no one's here, just wasn't spicy enough. And that's the Vasquez's voice.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
From the NewsFeed Sports Desk, this is the Sports Report.
This trade was not just thought about today. This trade has been going on in our minds and our strategies and being talked about. It's been going on all spring.
Last week, the Cowboys traded star pass rusher Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. Dallas will get 2 first-round picks in exchange for Parsons' $188 million deal. Parsons announced the move on social media, calling it a sad day and saying he never wanted his time in Dallas to end. He thanked fans for embracing him and promised North Texas will still be his home in the offseason, where he plans to keep on giving back to the community. The NFL says there won't be any Friday Night Lights to kick off next season. It all has to do with how the 2026 calendar falls. The Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961 bans pro games on Fridays and Saturdays during the high school and college seasons. Usually the league starts the Thursday after Labor Day, but next year Labor Day isn't until September 7th. That pushes opening night to the second Thursday of the month, meaning a Friday game isn't allowed and fans will have to wait until 2029 for the next Friday night matchup. The WNBA is losing one of their biggest stars for the rest of the season. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark announced Thursday she won't be back on the court this year. She's been out since mid-July with a groin injury. And even though she's been doing some non-contact practices, she says that she's just not healing fast enough to play again. On social media, Clark wrote, quote, "Disappointed isn't a big enough feeling to describe how I'm feeling."
When we come back, a time capsule Princess Diana left behind us is finally open, and you won't want to miss what was inside.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I came back from the war, I was barely hanging on by a thread. I'm here today because of Tanya's relentless efforts in trying to get me healed. And says, Michael, I know you've got a plan to take your life today, but if you give me just 5 more minutes to love you.
5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, honey, 5 more minutes to love.
Michael has actually taught me what it looks like to accept help.
Disasters strike, fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When they do, Direct Relief delivers. Medicines, medical supplies, everything doctors and nurses need to save lives.
Let's ship her out!
Every day across the U.S. and around the world, they're making a difference. No politics, no red tape, just help. If your family needed urgent medical care, wouldn't you want that help fast? Direct Relief is a lifeline for people in crisis. So check them out at directrelief.org.
Who is Tarrant County College? We are ambitious and full of potential. We bridge education and employment. The beating heart of healthcare, the drivers of industry, the very fabric of Tarrant County. We partner with employers so graduates step into waiting careers. We're changing the game, trailblazing a path forward, uplifting North Texas. We are TCC. Bold steps, better futures.
Sunday marks 28 years since Princess Diana's death. 6 years before she died, Diana left a time capsule in the walls of a London hospital, now with renovations underway. Workers had to tear down the wall, so officials decided to open it.
The items inside were chosen by 2 children who won a TV contest and included a solar calculator, British coins, a sheet of recycled paper, a European passport, and a pocket television, and also a picture of Diana. According to the Times, the capsule had some water damage, but most of the items survived. I've never actually done a time capsule before.
Really?
I might do one. Maybe I'll put like a
you
controller, a book or something.
Yeah,
maybe
you
a few coins, but yeah. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week at the same time. Have a great week.